Is my channel becoming too anti-feminist? If you look at my recent videos, a lot of them seem to be just about attacking feminism. And this is a criticism that we see a lot. This is very often targeted towards MRAs, that we're just secret misogynists and we don't actually care about men's issues. We just use it as a secret excuse to hate women, which of course is ridiculous. But you have to admit, what does it look like if you go to a men's rights channel, someone who claims to talk about men's issues, and then you scroll down their videos and you see all these videos with feminism in the title? Feminists do this, feminists do that, and attacking feminists. So, am I doing it too much? Because here's the honest truth. Like, when I do videos like that, is there a part of me hoping that it goes viral? Yes. That's part of the YouTube game. No question about it. Do I sometimes make videos because I hope they go viral? Yes, that's true. But here's something else that's true. That if you're going to have an honest conversation about feminism and men's rights, you really can't ignore it. Feminists attack MRAs constantly. Men's rights activists and men's rights groups are attacked and criticized constantly, just for existing, just for trying to talk about men's and boys' issues. And here's something else that's true, and I hate to say it, but it is true. The vast majority of the time, when you see an organization is lobbying for a law that discriminates against men and boys, it's coming from a feminist organization. We've seen feminists protest equal alimony. We've seen feminists protest equal pension ages. We've seen feminists protest equal conscription. We see feminists protest things like including men's classes and men's centers and, basic things, even domestic violence shelters for men. Erin Pizzey was a very famous feminist who feminists turned on her when she said, oh, okay, maybe we could have domestic violence shelters for men too. And then she was kind of made a pariah and feminists viciously attacked her. We can't really ignore those facts, and we can't really ignore the fact that that's the way that it is. If you're going to talk about men's rights, if you're going to try and start a men's rights organization on your campus, or you want to start a men's center in your city, or you just want to propose a bill to address whatever X, Y, and Z men's issues that you hear MRAs talk about, healthcare, education, pension ages, whatever, you can expect resistance from feminists. Then you have the problem with feminist theory. Feminist theory has a lot of very, very harmful elements. An example would be the Duluth model, which encourages police to automatically assume that the male is the aggressor in any domestic violence call, to the point where even men who have called 911 as the victim with visible wounds ended up being arrested. In the UK, you see feminists advocate for gender domestic violence laws, which would again make it the presumption that the male is the guilty aggressor, even if he's the victim. You have feminists calling to give women less prison time for the same crime, automatically just because she's a woman. These things are dangerous ideas. We get attacked all the time when we talk about things like circumcision, when we talk about things like the life expectancy gap, when we talk about the education gap, when we talk about male homelessness. Feminists don't help us on these things. Feminists don't even stay quiet on these things. Feminists come out and attack us just for speaking. So it's kind of very difficult to be a men's rights activist for too long and then not run into hostile feminism at some point. Hence, when I make videos with feminism in the title, do I feel that I'm doing it too much? Maybe. And I can understand if someone was scrolling this channel and someone said, hey man, there's this guy I like, he's an MRA. What's that? Oh, men's rights activist. Oh, what's that about? Oh, the men's rights movement. You should check him out. He kind of is a good way to get into it. He explains a lot of the issues. And then you come to my channel, like, dude, this guy just does nothing but attack feminism, which, okay, isn't true, because I have a lot of videos that's not about feminism, but a lot of videos that are about feminism and feminists. Well, there's a reason why those videos exist, and in every one of those videos, I'm always talking about something specific. right? And I show you the specific quote or article or line that I'm talking about. So it's not something that I'm just making up. It's something that very often feminists themselves are being quoted in the video. Laws that feminists themselves are supporting, publicly supporting. So go to my channel and go to the search option and just look up feminism or feminists, and then you'll see all those videos with all the titles attacking feminism. But if you watch them, there is a genuine reason why I'm making that video. Because you have a feminist figure or politician or organization that is doing something or saying something harmful to men and boys. So really, what choice do MRAs have but to be anti-feminist? Now again, this is something that I want to make very clear, and I know I've said this before. The definition of feminism is equality. And I've heard people say, if you think that men and women should be equal, then you're a feminist. Okay, great. But I hate to tell those people, you need to look at what some other feminists are doing, because they're not doing that. And that's just the reality. So if you're the kind of feminist that says feminism just means equality between men and women, I believe you. I believe that you're in good faith, and I believe that you genuinely think feminism is about equality. And it should be about equality, and by definition, it is about equality. But then you look at what these feminist organizations are doing in practice. So the definition is great, but actions speak louder than words. And even their words sometimes can be pretty scary. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I am going to make some videos, maybe some updates, maybe some re-releases. I do have a lot of new subscribers since the days of having 200. So I might make some videos and cover things like conscription and the education gap and the healthcare gap and all that kind of stuff. So I'm Boomer22. Thank you very much. And you might have noticed that I deleted some of my last videos about the Barbieheimer controversy. I don't really want to get into that. I kind of changed my minds. That's more TikTok content than YouTube content. Anyway, have a nice night.